Hello, everybody.
Hi.
So we are from Group 6. We're going to present about the secret of success in selling your presentation. But before that, let us introduce ourselves. I am Sani as the first speaker.
I am Luh Indrawati as the second speaker.
I am Wara Sentana as the last speaker.
Okay, without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, I'm Sani. I'm going to tell you about e-paper. But before that, I have a question for you. My question is, have you been successful in selling your presentation? If the answer is no, that's a common problem happening doing that. But you don't need to be worried about because there's a solution. And then the solution is used for making your presentation breezy. So let's get to the list. It's called as U-popper. Once again, the pronunciation is U-popper. So let's get to the list. Okay, U-popper. As you can see on the slide, there are 7 steps for this method. Those 7 are having their own way in making your presentation becomes great. Okay, let's start. U, which stand for utility, and then P stand for product, and then the second P stand for process or goal, and O stand for objective, and then the third P stands for process justification, and the last P stand for proof of ability, and the last is R stand for preview. Well, let me explain you one by one. Okay, let's start from the first one, that is U, which stand for utility. The key words in this step is the benefit of your presentation for the audience itself. In this case, how to make them believe that your presentation is important, so they should listen to you. Ideally, this step should cover 3 unspoken questions on the audience's mind. So they are, first, what's in it for me? And the second one is, how useful is the information to my job? The third one is, how does the information benefit my company? Those 3 questions indicate that your presentation should benefit for themselves first. The second one is for their job, and the last is for their company as well. So thus, the key point for this step is the presentation should have the benefit for the 3 things that mentioned before. Personal, job and organization. Well, let's move to the next one, that is P. The first P stands for product or goals. In this step, after persuading the audience, the next step is knowing where you are heading with your presentation. In this part, you need to explain what you want them to do or what you expect them for. For example, you say to the audience that you, at the end of this presentation, I will ask you to demonstrate how their techniques work. By saying that, you tell them what skills are expected to be mastered. It calls the product and also the knowledge. The knowledge here called as the goals, which mean those are should be retrained. Okay, let's move to the next one, that is P, the second P, which stands for process. In this step, it's used to increase the involvement in your presentation. There are 2 processes in this step. There are what and how. What is for to explain you need to be covered in your presentation, while how is focusing on the method, especially on how you are going to teach the material. Well, that's all from me, and we're going to the next presentation. Thank you.
Okay, my name is Luh Indrawati, and now I will continue the materials. Okay, before that, do you remember about the U force acronym? Okay, let me remind you. One small U force consists of X alphabet. The first is U for utility, and P for products, and next P for process, and O for objective, and P for process justification, and next P for proof of ability, and the last R for review. Okay, what is the fourth process of U-purpose? Do you still remember? Okay, the first step is objective. How to write the objective? Okay, before that, I will ask you, what is means by objective? Objective have the same meaning with goals or purpose. Okay, in this process, you will learn about how to write the objective. Write the objective is important thing that should be pay attention because with this objective, the learners will know what that you will want to explain. Okay, for examples, if I tell the learners in the end of the course there will be a test, they will try to listen what is the point of the seminars. Okay, in writing the objective, there are four things that should be paid attention. Four things that should contain in the writing objective are actions, requirement, degrees, and benchmark. Okay, in objective should include with actions. Okay, before that, do you know what is actions? I think all of you already know the word of actions. Actions, same with activity. So in your objective should contain some activity. It means that the learner do something based on what you are teach. But this process not lead to the testing. For example, if you teach the learners about how to answer the phones, not test them about how to answer the phones, but have them to do it. Okay, the next thing is requirements. In objective, it's better that you stated the requirement to the learners. Tell them what are the rules in order to make them know what is the requirements. For example, tell them there will be a test, and tell them all of participant will be participant. Okay, the next things is degrees. Explain the degrees of accomplished expected. In this process, explain the learners how well they will expected to do action that you have created. The aim is to tell the learners how well they do and how well should they do. Okay, the last step is benchmark. Benchmarks the performance of the learners. In this case, you have to give standard for the activity that should performing by the learners. For example, if you teach the learners about greetings, at least they are able to greet someone correctly based on the conditions. Okay, the next process of U-purpose is process justifications. This is the fifth step of U-purpose that help you success in the presentation of seminars. This process focuses on identify the source of information. That's include with where the information that you use come from and why you choose the source. The next step is U-purpose is proof of ability. It is concerned with demonstrating the success of the learning approach. In this case, you have to pay attention on the proof source, especially on how it is useful for the learners. However, the proof source design is useful for the learners to build confidence in their mind. Okay, we move to the last process of U-purpose. The last process is review. Do you ever review about the materials in the learnings? Okay, let me tell you, review is emphasize the critical informations. What should you need to review and emphasize in the seminar of presentations? There are three things. There are process, objective, and utility. But in simple way, that's not involve why and how. That's all about my part. The next will be explained by the next speaker.
I am Ketut Wara Sentana. I will continue this presentation. Firstly, I will explain about mastering the U-popper. As my friend explained before, the upper is the term that you use to begin the success of seminar. Based on the explanation, you should master the upper so that your seminar can run smoothly. Okay, in mastering the uppers, there are two things that you should pay attention. The first one is the body. In this part contain how you design the seminar well. It means that uh, you should prepare all of the things that you need in the seminar, like the material and how you design the PowerPoint. And the second is the final review. In this part contain about reviewing again about the thing that you have prepared before. In this part, there are two steps that you should be done. The first one is reviewing the body of your presentation. It means that you should review again about the body of your presentation, like the material and also the PowerPoint. The second one is really more of the reminder. It means that you should determine the objective of your presentation. The third one is the third one should be logical as well. It means that your presentation should interest and has the benefit for the audience. Okay, next, the introduction, the UPOP process. UPOPer can minimize into UPOP process. Actually, the meaning of both of them are similar, but the structure of UPOP changes. The structure of UPOP is more simple rather than the structure of UPOPer. Based on the name of UPOP, UPOP can divide into some letters such as U, P, P, O, and P. The first one, U for utility. It is about how your presentation has benefit for the audience. The second one is P for product. It is about how the goal of your seminar or presentation. The third one is P for process. It is about how you do the presentation very well. The fourth one is objective. O for objective. It is about what do you expect out of the audience. The last one is P for process justification. It is about the resource of your material in the presentation. Every audience needs to know the resource of your topic. Okay, that's all about my explanation. Thank you.
Well, I think that's all from our group. Thank you for listening. I hope you can get something from this presentation. Goodbye!